Okay, so since there's been a shit ton of players that want to learn the basics to speed control, here's a tutorial I've put together for you to learn in the easiest possible way. But please take note, it takes a lot more time and skill to beat players that have months or even years of experience, since dogfighting is more about where to position your jet rather than a quick tap on the accelerator. So to start off with, I will show you 3 different ways you can use your afterburner in a dogfight, and any of the 3 you can practice with. So the first one I'm showing you is commonly used for horizontals. A lot of top dogfighters use this since it helps out with reducing turbulence. You can practice doing horizontals with a friend to get used to doing this. Using this method, you will have to have more patience, and slowly accelerating and letting go will drive you fucking absolutely crazy when it's the last thing you want to think about when a jet is on your ass. The second way is just a full throttle, which is what every pilot does. Don't worry, it's not a newbie thing. When you're using full throttle, the turbulence will smack you in the face if you hold it for too long, so remember, if you feel like your turns are getting a bit too wide, just let go and let it cruise for a second or two. And the third way is simply tapping the accelerator, but like I said in the beginning, there is no wrong way to use the afterburner since it's more about positioning. Tapping the acceleration isn't the best method to go by, but it's still effective. It's just all too much tapping the acceleration to maintain a good speed control. But since you've got somewhat of an idea of the 3 ways you can use as your afterburner, now you'll need to pick from one of the 3 ways you'll need to use as a braking pattern. The first braking pattern is tapping your brakes, and here's an example of when to tap the brakes on a vertical loop. Now the second way is an alternative for tapping your brakes. If you hate the idea of constantly tapping, you can hold your brake and tap your acceleration roughly about every 2 seconds just to have a steady braking pattern. Here is an example with the same vertical loop but with this braking method. Now the last braking pattern is to hold your brakes halfway, just enough so your jet doesn't turn off. People mainly use this when they have an elite controller since there is a setting on the controller to stop the left trigger from being pressed in all the way. Hopefully this video helped you out with any indication on how to start off with learning speed control.